So unless you have been living under a rock, you would have seen the trailer for this new game that PlayStation, I think PlayStation's releasing it, but it might be on other consoles as well later on. I'm not too sure, but apparently Sony put up a trailer for this game called Gamer Girl, and I watched it and I found myself almost in tears. Like I thought it was hilarious that this was even a thing. And the reason that I found it so funny was because it's such a bizarre thing. Like I haven't played an FMV game in a long time. It's not something that I would ever really touch. But you can bet 100% that I'm going to be playing this game. There's two things here really for me. It's bad timing because of what is going on with Sweet Anita. If you guys don't know, Sweet Anita is a very big Twitch streamer, and she has been getting harassed and stalked by this psycho from one of her Twitch streams who has been threatening to kill her and whatnot. So the timing is a little bit bad, but if you can't see the hilarity in this game, I don't know what to tell you. Now, the game has sparked a lot of backlash online. A lot of people are not happy about what's happening online, and to me, it seems a bit dumb. A lot of their talking points are really stupid. I don't agree with anything of what they're saying, because if what they're saying was to be practiced, then we wouldn't have any forms of entertainment at all. You've got this guy here saying, as an actual mod for a female streamer, I find this revolting, and you have lost my future interest in any of your future games. Hope you enjoy how you made yourself look to the public. Good job. This guy's obviously pissed off. He's an actual mod for a female streamer. He finds it disgusting. I'm not saying people are not entitled to their opinions. You can 100% be entitled to your opinion on something. Not everyone's gonna like a game. I see the comedy in this game, maybe because I'm not a female Twitch streamer, and what they're getting at doesn't make sense. But I'll continue reading some of the tweets and then we'll get to that in just a second. I'm sorry, but this is not the message you sent out with this game. Now, what they're referring to before we go on with that tweet, basically Wells Interactive said that the message they're sending out is to empower women, to make them feel more powerful, and to basically shed light on the fact that there's a lot of toxicity that exists within the streaming culture. That is not the message that I got from the trailer. Granted, they're right in that that's not the message that I got this is going to be like some psychological horror shit with some twist at the end. I bet you any money that the mod, because you play as the mod, I bet you any money he's the killer at the end. But it just seems like, you know, any of those internet films that they release. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the dark web, or like those webcam films where people are online talking to each other and then it turns out the person's a killer and they're stalking them. I don't know how it's any different from those, and we accept those. But anyway, let me continue with the tweet. It feels like you're making fun of sexual harassment that female content creators experience on a daily basis. I don't know what the full game will entail, but the trailer did not make it seem positive. Now, this person is 100% right. Not in the sexual harassment section, but the message that they put out is not what the trailer was putting across to me, at least. I got a horror game from it. I was getting a psychological horror from the trailer, even though I found it to also be pretty hilarious that this was even a thing. Now, I also don't know what the full game is going to entail. I don't know what's going to be in there. I have a rough idea. I'm guessing, obviously. I don't think it's making fun of sexual harassment, because again, we have loads of forms of horror in fiction that play on real life things, whether it's a serial killer, whether it's like, you know, whatever. Those horror films or those horror pieces of media, they play on real life things sometimes. That's just how entertainment is, and this shouldn't be any different. Now, like I said, the timing is bad because of the Sweet Anita thing. Sweet Anita is not the only female Twitch streamer that has been harassed and assaulted by some weirdo. These things happen, but you know, at the same time, people are killed every day, and we make horror films out of it. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I think, was based on a true story, and they've made like 10 remakes, and these same people that are complaining about this will go and watch a Texas Chainsaw Massacre film. Like, you have to understand that this is a game, and even though there are things that need to be done within the Twitch world or the streaming world, this is just a game, and that you shouldn't be I don't think you should be attacking the developers like this. But then it goes on, you know, more people start tweeting. This person says, so this game is going to give psychopaths the ability to harm this girl. You're going to enable this behavior, and it's going to make them thirst for more and eventually want to make it real instead of virtual. No, there are sick people out there. Yes, I 100% agree. I think that there might be some people that play this game and get some ideas. I'm not saying that's not a thing. Everyone is different. I'm not just going to be one of these people that's like, no, that's ridiculous. That is probably going to happen. The same way that someone could watch the Joker and maybe get the wrong idea and start wanting to recreate what the Joker was doing in the film. Do we ban the Joker? Same thing for, I don't know, Scarface. Someone wants to be Scarface. They go up there acting all Tony Montana. They blow up the whole place. Like Pablo Escobar. Like, are we not going to depict anyone that does bad things anymore? Like, that is just a part of entertainment. Now, obviously, I know this is a touchy subject. Just because we've had like a bigger case of it with Sweet Anita doesn't mean that they can't make a game out of this whole Twitch thing. Like, I don't understand the logic here, because by this logic, we wouldn't have any films that depict bad people doing bad things. right? And then this person tweets saying, I've watched the trailer and it does not match your statement here. A game where the player can choose to help or harm the streamer does not bring awareness. It feels more like you're making light of a situation that real people have gone through, including recently. Again, if we're not going to have any forms of entertainment if people think like this is a game. You need to be able to differentiate between real life and video game. If you think that making fun of shooting people, for example, in an Uncharted game, if you think that them developing the game for you to kill so many people is making light of massacres take place around the world, we ain't gonna have no more Uncharted games to play. If you think that the level of torture that is present in The Last of Us or in Mortal Kombat, if you think it depicts actual torture, or even in Grand Theft Auto when you're torturing someone, if you think it's depicting actual torture and it's too close, it's hitting too close to home, we ain't gonna have no more GTA, no more Mortal Kombat, and there probably won't be a Last of Us Part 3. Not that I think anyone's asking for that, but you get my point. It's not that they're making light of the situation, it's just, you know, this is a form of horror. I'm sure you guys have seen that film The Dark Web, where all those kids are sitting online watching a film together, or they're talking or whatever, and they go on the dark web, and you know, one thing leads to another, and that's film, that's entertainment, that's media, that's how things go. And then you've got this website, I believe it was Mary Sue, I saw it on the Quarterix channel and I thought it was interesting. There's a few interesting things in here. The title says, congratulations to the Gamer Girl trailer for being the worst thing on the internet this week. I think that's a stretch considering some of the things that have come out in the world politically. I'm not even going to name some of them because this is a gaming channel, but if you want to talk about the worst things in the world, this really isn't it. But the article is mostly uninteresting. It's just this part where they pulled up this tweet and it says, went to the website for the company that created Gamer Girl. This is their team photo. Now it makes more sense how this messed up game made it into production. And obviously what they're getting at is that this game was made by white males. It's always the white male thing. White men can't create anything without being criticized these days, and there's plenty to criticize of people. I don't really want to criticize an entire race of people just because, you know, the planet's been through some problems. That's a whole argument that it's not even worth getting into. It's just dumb. You can't really wrap your head around it. It's always a straw man to go, oh, it's created by white men, of course. But again, this is a piece of horror. Like, it's a piece of fiction, and whether you like it or not, it's not that it's making light of a situation. It's no different than any of the webcam films that have come out. I think there was 3 of them. The only one that I can remember is Dark Web. There are 2 other webcam films. As a matter of fact, let me get the name. Right, so I've got a couple in front of me right now. We've got Cam, we've got Unfriended, we've got Rata, we've got The Den. These are all films that are based around people that are sitting online talking to strangers. Kind of what Twitch streamers do. We even when I'm talking to you guys on YouTube, or if I'm having a conversation with you in the comment section, I'm still talking to a stranger. Have I had abusive messages? Yes, that is just part of being on the internet. I understand that some Twitch streamers might find it touchy because of the Sweet Anita situation, but at the same time, this game was not just written by white men. They consulted a bunch of female Twitch streamers. If you look into the game, you will actually find that a bunch of Twitch streamers helped out on this game, and a lot of the game was improvised to sort of give this realistic feeling. This whole, you know, oh, this is so offensive, blah, blah, blah. Me personally, I am playing this game and I'm gonna have a review up for it on this channel. 100%, there's no doubt about that. I'm very intrigued to see where this game goes. Is it Simpulator? Is it Simp the game? Yes, more than likely. Are there going to be bad people out there that play this game and maybe get bad ideas? Yes. Like everything else in life, we had this whole debate with the Joker. We've had it with a ton of other films. We had the Batman film come out not too long ago, and then we had someone go lay waste to a bunch of people in a school or whatever. I can't even remember the details of that one. There are bad people that will take things and just, you know, they'll throw it out of context, or they'll go and take things they see in a film or in a game and they'll start acting it out. That doesn't mean that we ban the games or we censor the games. Now, I really hope that Sony does not pull this game from production. I will 100% be playing it. I'll be putting my review up of it. I might even put my entire playthrough. I might do a stream so that you guys can choose what we do through the game. I think it's interesting. I think it's a very interesting concept. I don't think you should just throw it out because there's a bunch of people crying online. I do think that there's things that need to change within the streaming world. I think the police 100% need to deal with these harassment cases more seriously, but that doesn't mean we just shut down horror. We're not going to shut down Unfriended. We're not going to shut down Cam. We're not going to shut down the Dark Web film. If we're not going to shut down any of these films, if we're going to go out to watch these films, put these films on Netflix or Amazon Prime, then why is this game not going to come out on PlayStation or Xbox? It's a stupid argument to me. I don't understand why people are blowing it out of proportion. Doesn't mean that we don't care about female Twitch streamers. Everyone just needs to chill the fuck out. That's what needs to happen. Everyone needs to chill out. It's just a video game. It looks hilarious. It's a piece of horror. I find it comedic that it's even being put out there. Just let people enjoy the game if they want to enjoy the game. People are going to take things and do bad things with them, no matter what. I read a story once where some kid buried his other brother or his friend in sand because he was watching Gaara versus Rock Lee in Naruto. Okay, you can literally take anything, and with the wrong person they would turn it into something bad. It is unfortunate what is happening to Sweet Ania. I made a video on it before. The police need to do something about that. Does that mean that we censor any form of media? No. That's where I stand on it, guys. Let me know what you think about that in the comment section below. As always, take good care of yourselves, don't be a weirdo online, and I will catch you next time. Peace.